Closed captioning for Valley Spotlight is provided by Home Plate Media.
The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Sunday morning here at Buena Vista Cafe in almost downtown Warren, right?
Almost, couple of blocks, driver and a wedge away.
A wonderful residential area.
Absolutely.
Hi, Nick. Hi, Mike.
Hi.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. And happy Greek Easter.
And happy
Yes.
Christos Anest.
We are saying a lot of congratulations to you and your family. We're going to get to more on that in just a moment. But truth be told, Michael, this is my first time ever hosting the show here because I was having a baby.
Yeah, last time
That's
it was Beth Cortland.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. I met.
So this is my first time being able to talk about your food.
Are you impressed?
Like sets the bar when it comes to chicken in my definition. And like I feel like my family comes in from out of town and like chicken's just now different because of you.
And you do it differently, right?
Yes.
With the pressure cook. Is it, when you say it's Greek fried chicken, is it really a Greek thing or is it, you just make that up?
You know, my dad just put his Greek hands in it.
That's the way.
Makes some marinade
That's
and then
the
he
way.
makes Greek chicken.
And then
That's all we need to know.
That's the best you could say.
And if people don't know, and there's a special way they cook it with this pressure cooker, right?
There's a lot of people that have pressure fryers. I mean, most people have them now because it's just the easiest way to go. But yeah, I think what we do, we go a couple extra steps. You know, the way we cut our chicken, we trim every piece, we pat every piece, and we marinate for 24 hours before we cook it. So that's what makes the difference, not necessarily just the pressure fryer.
Do you do it on the wings and the tenders and all that stuff too?
So
For the JoJo's?
So not the JoJo's.
Okay.
But so if you get a chicken nugget packet for your for parties or whatever it may be, it has the same taste profile as the bone-in chicken. So it has that same taste. So your nugget or your tender is the same thing.
What do you think? What's the most popular? Is chicken the most popular thing?
Yes, we sell 170 tons a year.
Is that true?
Oh, that's true.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it's a lot of bird.
Yeah, I would say so. And marinade and time spent, I would think too.
Yes.
All right, we've got a pizza on the table. I've honestly never really put you with pizza. Is that okay to say that?
Oh, no, absolutely.
Is that all right?
No, absolutely. That's I can say this because we're family, and I got a family member over here someplace.
Yes.
My cousin. I mean, if you want pizza, where do you go? You go to the Sunrise.
If around here.
Yeah, of course.
If you want chicken, where do you go? You come to the
right
Midas.
here.
Right.
So we just flip a coin on that. And we share it up a little bit.
Well, he's got
I can't wait to try this.
Yeah.
It's very good. It's very good.
What's different about yours?
Is this a Briar Hill
That's
one?
a Briar Hill. The
Okay.
only difference between our Briar Hill and the old style, we put pepperoni on ours.
Oh, really?
But it's still the Romano cheese and the peppers, but we just put a little pepperoni on ours.
Yeah. And don't just think it's like bar food either. They have mussels over here and a big pork chop. We're gonna kind of rotate them as we go throughout the show, right?
There's so much there, and like the table needs to be 3 times as big, but then we wouldn't be able to be so close to each other.
That's right.
Anything coming up people should know about? I know the weather's starting to change. It would get a little bit better.
Well, graduation time's coming. I mean, the kids are, oh my goodness gracious, going to be out of school here in about a month.
Yeah.
So graduation time's coming. So, you can do your catering out of here. You could book the room here if you like. Or we can do all your catering needs and deliver them for you, or whatever you'd like us to do, we can do that for you.
I would think so.
I have to say, every time I come in here, you're always here.
Yeah.
Can we say that? Like,
That's right.
you
We
guys-
talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
You're like this is like their whole lives, and you guys have so much to be proud of, and the taste and like it gets better.
Well, that's what I think that's what our dads instilled in all of us.
I think so too.
You have to be at your joint.
Yeah,
You have to be here.
That's right.
So,
all right, you're sticking around.
Yes, sir.
Right? And we'll just kind of fire things up and get ready to go.
Yeah, as we kick off our moment in Warren here with Nick, we're going to go a couple streets over where our friends from Habitat for Humanity are actually doing something that hasn't been done in a very long time in Warren. And we're going to explain to you exactly what Habitat for Humanity does, because I don't think that we're alone. We were a little confused, so join us. Over the last 11 years, the local chapter of Habitat for Humanity Mahoning Valley has gone through some changes. Their latest groundbreaking in Warren is an exciting moment, to say the least.
So I can't pinpoint the last time we were here. So Habitat Mahoning Valley actually covers the 3 counties. We cover Columbiana, Mahoning, and Trumbull County. If I go back to say 2015, there was a separate habitat in each county. So over this time, we've merged a little bit. So it's making sure that we still have impact projects and we still have community revitalization in all 3 counties.
The mission of the organization is no easy task. They aren't building homes to give them away, but rather helping people to build futures, one brick at a time. But how does ownership actually work when someone applies for this special kind of help?
We look at their affordability. We start to ask for pay stubs. We start to ask for W-2s, bank statements. We become the bank, and we think like a bank. We look at how much their house payment might be, how much income they make, what their other bills are. We do look at their credit to make sure that we have a promise to pay of 360 months and that they will agree to pay on time.
Once the paperwork is complete, the real work begins, and it takes all kinds to make this effort a reality.
We only have one paid construction employee, so we heavily rely on volunteers, and that takes shapes in many forms. So we have our regular volunteer group, mostly retired individuals that maybe were a tradesperson or just looking for a way to give back, keep busy. And then we have corporate groups, so people that maybe want team building or want part in that camaraderie of building a home and coming out and maybe meeting the partner family. So how that works is they would give me a phone call, we'd schedule a group day. Our phone number is 330-743-7244, and my extension personally is 110.
Father Cicero represents several Catholic churches in the Warren community. This goal has been years in the making.
Well, we've been interested in doing a Habitat for Humanity house for some time, and we have a very active apostolate that does charitable work. And so we contacted David a couple years ago and let him know that we were interested, and also that we would be willing to make our facilities available to support in any way the project, if it would make it easier to do a build. And so that's kind of how it came about.
For Warren Mayor Doug Franklin, this rekindled relationship with an organization that represents a fresh start resonates in ways that you may not expect.
In fact, we talked about a couple of weeks ago, talked about trying to look at more sites and how to expand the footprint in the city of Warren. It's been quite a while since Habitat has built a home in the city of Warren. In the past, I believe I was a city council member or a safety director in my career. I actually volunteered in a few of the homes that they built in Warren, or rehabbed at that time.
So if you're passing down Burton Street in Warren, take a moment to notice the effort and the dedication it takes to be part of something big, even if the square feet might be average. And when you pass an empty lot, you never know what you might see next.
So our involvement is really very straightforward and simple. We manage the Trumbull County Land Bank. So we have hundreds of vacant lots in our inventory that are meant to be, disposed of for the betterment of the community. So we're always looking for partners to help us do that. We have built 4 single-family houses ourselves in the last year, but we have hundreds of lots that need to be developed in this community. So looking at partners like Habitat, it's a pretty easy choice for us to make. We gave them the lot to build this house on. And like I said, that was an easy choice to make because Habitat's name sort of precedes itself. And also David and the team that he has here specifically in the Valley, they have a really good reputation for the work that they do. And we provided this piece of land for the construction of this single family house.
Yeah. I feel bad.
We gotta keep digging, right? It's not gonna rain for another hour. Let's go. Cool.
Now you know. And how about Doug Franklin has volunteered and been a part of Habitat for his entire career?
Oh, wow.
Which I thought was amazing.
That's wonderful. I'm glad they're back and kicking butt over in this community. That's for sure.
Do you want to take a time out?
Yeah. And if you didn't have enough energy yet this morning, wait till you get a load of the next segment.
What?
Eric.
I know.
He's got energy. He'll pump you up on this Sunday night.
This is great.
More Valley Spotlight after this.
In today's fast-changing real estate market, you need access to the right information to make smart choices. I invest in real estate all over the country, and I rely on smart agents who know their local market inside and out. In the Mahoning Valley, I work with Kelly Warren. She guarantees to sell your home at a price and a deadline you agree to, or she'll buy it. She can also give you an instant cash offer. Go to kellysoldit.com and find out how Kelly and her team can start working for you.
ESPN Mahoning Valley 94.7 FM and 1330 AM. Sports, talk, music, and more for the Valley.
Hey, we're back here on Valley Spotlight, Buena Vista Cafe. Typically not open on Sundays, but now they're open for carryout. So that's good once the season gets warmer.
Right, absolutely. And take advantage of it because we had to rotate out the chicken.
No,
I didn't want to
still
chicken
4 more
bone.
dishes over there we're going to sweep in.
But look at the pork chop.
I know.
Look at the muscles.
It's this thick.
It's gorgeous stuff. How's pizza?
Good. Really good crust. I think you're going to like it.
You know what else I really enjoyed?
Yeah?
The fact that you and Eric, you guys in the kitchen, you guys are on fire.
We
man.
have a synergy together.
It's just like...
You'll like this recipe.
Very much so. It was delicious,
Yum.
too. Wow.
It is time for Quick Cook with Chef Eric, and we are in the cabin with our supplies, and our recipe this week is... Oh, must be Mexican.
It is.
Is that your Mexican invitation?
No, not at all.
Oh,
I'm excited about street corn chicken casserole.
Street corn chicken casserole.
That's right.
And if people are just joining us, you have a challenge. Every week you have a challenge. What is
I
it?
do.
25 bucks?
I do. Let's feed a group of people, a family, a group of friends. We'd like to say four or so.
4 to 6, yeah.
In portion size.
Okay.
And it is to be $25 or less.
Or less. Were we less?
Oh my gosh. Kicked butt this week.
Really?
Fuck. I'm gonna wait till the end. We're gonna.
All
we're
right.
not
Grocery
gonna.
outlet. Teaser for you. Very good.
We're gonna talk about this at the end because we had some extra money to do some neat stuff with.
By golly, let's go then.
So let's get going. This
All
is
right.
a really, really easy one to do in the morning before you go to work. It'll be done by the time you get home.
Love that.
And everything that goes with it is also super easy. So let's get started with chicken breast.
Chicken breast.
And I will say that our sponsor, Grocery Outlet, not to push too hard, but chicken breast was on sale for like $1.50 a pound. And so,
which is unheard of.
Nuts.
Right?
When I do these challenges, the protein is typically the hard part to fall underneath.
Right,
and
right.
with this one, we're using 2 pounds of chicken breast. So $3 in our protein and with 25 to spend.
Very lean.
I'm feeling pretty good.
That looks really good.
Then,
Okay,
now
what's
we're going to
that?
do
corn.
We're going to do corn. This is 3 cans of corn drained.
Okay. Good.
Next, we're going to do sour cream, which is the lighter one of those two. Half a cup of sour cream.
All right. This will be the tricky. Oh, this spoon fits just right, doesn't it?
Perfect.
Okay, good.
We're going to do a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise.
Right. All right. That's going in. Good.
And this is 1 pound. Actually, it's 2 8-ounce packages of what they call a Mexican-style 4-cheese blend.
Not enough.
Yeah.
All right. We have to stick to budget, though, don't we?
Yes.
All right. Very good.
So we're filling this bowl up quickly.
Okay.
Next in, we're going 1/2 onion diced.
Okay.
And 3 cloves of minced garlic.
All right. That's it.
And next, we're going to come to some really cool stuff. I think,
We're doing the spices next?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to do a tablespoon of tagine. I hope I'm saying that right. Gosh.
This, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you already put it in here. Which one of these is it?
It's going to be the one that's a little bit more clumpier.
Okay.
So we're going to do a tablespoon of that.
All right. Good.
And then we're going to do a tablespoon of what we're going to call elote seasoning.
Oh, I want to hear more about that, right?
So elote is Spanish for corn on the cob. I'm probably not saying it as well as someone who is more experienced.
That's a dialect
with Spanish than I am. But elote, I believe I was doing some reading that the seasoning itself, you know, nobody goes in Mexico and buys elote seasoning. They already know what's on this. It's us people, people like me,
right?
Don't know what it is.
Right. Okay.
So Trader Joe's came out with it, I think, and it's a blend, and they called it elote.
Okay.
And you could probably find it a lot of different places. Believe it or not, Grocery Out doesn't sell a seasoning like this, so I made my own. So this week our viewers are getting
made his own elote.
Super secret elote. Right, which is, you added it already, but it's chili powder, smoked paprika.
Okay.
A little bit of sugar, cumin, garlic powder, onion powder, and salt.
That's it.
Yeah. So I blended that off camera.
Okay.
We blended it off camera and added it. This gets all stirred up. Okay.
All right.
Which is going to be very difficult. We're going to do a little salt and pepper to taste.
All right. Here's where I make a big mistake by trying to stir this in this big bowl.
I know. I could have brought you a much larger bowl, but I thought that I like to watch you work, my man. That's what I'm saying.
I know. People pay extra for this.
But I don't have to do it.
No, well, you're going to here in a minute.
Salt and pepper to taste.
I might give up.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Salt and
Anyway,
pepper
it's all gonna melt for heaven's sake.
How's that taste?
Oh, delicious.
No, I tricked you. That's
taste
raw
it.
chicken.
Don't
eat
taste
that.
it. All right, very good.
I gotta watch you,
was
fancy
close.
TV guys. Don't eat this.
All right.
Because we're gonna talk about safe food temperatures.
Okay, let's do it.
165. We're looking for 165 on
For chicken.
poultry. Yeah, when it's done.
Okay.
Which this is not.
No,
It's not.
still pink.
Yeah,
Still
it's
pink.
not. So, what we're gonna do is push that to the side.
All right.
And then we're gonna move this on over.
Is this our finished product?
Yeah.
We didn't do any of this.
Oh yeah, that gets a teaspoon of that.
Right now?
Sure, that goes in there.
Okay. Then I can use the other part of this.
Yeah, you're right. We forgot it's garlic
There you
powder.
go. Now we're all set.
We can never have enough garlic.
No.
So-
And then you also add the cream cheese at some point, right?
Yes. So what you're going to do, it gets half a block of cream cheese, but it's only 30 minutes before you serve.
Okay.
So when you get home from work, you're going to stir this up. You're going to add that cream cheese in there and
Oh,
put the lid
absolutely.
back on it
Okay.
and let that cream cheese melt.
All right.
We're not doing that now.
And it's pretty versatile. There are different ways you can eat it, correct?
Yes. Yeah. And so we had extra money. So I thought, well, some people might want to make like a rice bowl out of it. We've got some tortilla chips. We had enough money to buy some of their salsa, some of the salsa. I'm gonna do like a little taco,
Like a soft taco?
Yeah.
Okay.
And chips.
All right,
So now we can talk about the price
all right.
while you're dishing up.
Okay. I'm going to do that. You can do your
Yeah.
taco while we talk.
I learned my lesson from doing this is that
A little is better.
way little.
Right.
I was like, I had.
Right. We try to fill up the taco shell.
All right. So I'm gonna like the McDonald's CEO with the big arch. See a small bite.
Have you had the big arch?
I have. Of course I have. Look at me.
Any good?
You think I pass a McDonald's and don't eat the big arch?
Well, I kind of want to go get it.
It's not bad.
It isn't? The sauces? Okay. I know you're a sauce fiend.
I don't know. It's McDonald's. Is it
Gotta be
probably
good.
the best McDonald's sandwich? Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly.
Okay. All right.
That's
Let's do the
something.
cost. Let's do
Yeah.
the cost.
So we were at, and with all of this stuff, I didn't break it down prior to this. I do have it on the sheet. This is an example. I figure $1 worth of rice. I figure the tortillas were $3.49 for all of it, like a whole, so many.
That was like 20. Yeah.
Tortilla chips were $2 and salsa was $2.49. Grand total, everything, all said and done, is $21.94.
Boom!
That's
Give
when,
me some.
that's when your crew puts the.
I know.
Okay.
The dollar sign, the whole cash register.
We forgot.
You want to do a
So hey, I'm gonna, since it's your bowl.
Okay.
But you're gonna want to put like a little. I zested some lime,
Okay.
and so you might want to squeeze a lime.
This'll, not that one. I don't want to do that one. I'm going to do this one right here.
They're slippery.
Yeah.
But
Hello?
yeah, thank you.
Okay.
So, anyways,
This
That's
is
the-
really good and easy to do, isn't it?
super easy, and you're always like game. This is like game day stuff. This March Madness is over.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Never know. What's next?
Yeah,
We're
but
getting
anyway,
ready.
this is a
Baseball
great
season.
thing to do all of that stuff with.
Excellent. Well, great job. Good job.
Thanks.
All right. That's our quick cook for this week. Accepted the challenge and took care of it.
What was your favorite part of that whole experience, Michael?
I don't know. I think it's when he yelled in the beginning.
I know.
Got me fired up.
Hey, I like yelling.
I know.
You know me.
He does it good though.
Dial it down, Warren. Dial it down.
Okay, break time.
Yeah,
What's
and
after
then
that?
speaking of the Hoovers, we've got some news coming out of the younger generation.
That's
Have you
true.
heard of Frankie's Pizza?
Yeah, I am. Wait till you hear about this one.
Haven't. Wait till you hear this.
Your eyes are two of the most important parts of your body, so it's best to take care of them. Optical Solutions in the Austintown Plaza offers comprehensive eye exams, medical eye care, LASIK and cataract evaluation, and more. Contact lenses in all types, plus eyewear from budget to designer frames. Optical Solutions is your complete eye care destination. Covered by most insurance carriers, contact Optical Solutions today to make your appointment. 330-797-8780.
I don't know about you, but mine's bigger. I think might be right, but mine's tastier. I don't think so. I win. Look at this. Yep.
It's time for Angels for Animals' gigantic garage sale at the Canfield Fairgrounds Friday, April 17th through Sunday, April 19th. There are so many amazing things to shop this year, starting with the early bird special on Friday from 9 a.m. till noon. Incredible buys, great food, and raffles, with all proceeds benefiting animals in need. Don't miss it, April 17th through the 19th. For more information, to donate items, or to volunteer, scan the QR code or visit angelsforanimals.org.
Hey, good morning. Back here on Valley Spotlight. Thanks for joining us today.
Big thank you to Nick and everybody here for making us feel so welcome.
I'll be sopping
I
up
was gonna
some
say,
butter here in a second.
I feel like I should have already done this and then transferred it out, but...
Hey, speaking of good crust, award-winning crust, turns out.
Award-winning crust, and when we say that, like around here, like we have a lot of really great pizza. I mean, it's right in front of us. It's right down the street.
Yep.
We work with pizza a whole lot in our lives, but when the pizza goes to Las Vegas and then competes on a international level.
Yeah, and does just fine.
Not just fine. Like, wouldn't you think like top 5 is just fine?
Yeah, really good.
This
really good.
This is number 1. So congratulations to everyone at Frankie's. Clearly well deserved.
Let's hear about it. The name of the game is enough to make you stop and notice, and yet Ben Hoover has a way of bringing such kindness and creativity to the table, you forget what a big deal it is.
So it's called the International Pizza Challenge. It was founded in 2007. It happens in tandem with the International Pizza Expo in Las Vegas, which has been there for over 20 years. That's one of the largest, if not the food-based expos in the world.
And for Ben, the experience is one that has already challenged him. We'll let him explain.
Sort of married with that is the International Pizza Challenge, which is a steadily growing event that's been there for a long time, and this year we had over 750 competitors, which is about double what was there last year. So I competed last year in 2025 and did okay, sort of got my feet wet and sort of learned the game, and came in with a plan this year, and just absolutely had a blast. So super glad.
And yet, with parents behind him, like Erik and Stacy Hoover, founders and proud producers of Cockeye Barbecue and Cockeye Creamery Ice Cream, well, it's clear the statement about apples falling from the tree is true, even if he tries to break it down to its simplest form.
It's a bracketed competition in essence, over 3 days. So you sort of preliminary round, finalist rounds is sort of how it works. And so you start off competing in your division essentially. So stuff like pan pizzas, which includes Detroit, Sicilians, grandmas, cast irons, things like that. Traditional, non-traditional, Neapolitan, stuff like that. So I compete in the pan division. And then within that falls Sicilian pizzas, which is all that we make here at Frankie's.
And it might be the fact that Ben has zero hesitation in saying what is the fact. And that is hard to argue with. And it's why there's a line no one else can say about their pizza.
I was lucky enough to take first place with Sicilian pie, and I got 4th overall in pan division. And then in pan, you're competing against every style of pan pizza you can think of. Really a super fun event.
And the competitors, well, they were from all over the place.
It's truly an international competition, which I think is what makes it really, really special. It is an international pizza challenge. So tons of folks from the United States, not a whole lot from Ohio. I didn't see a whole lot of my guys out there, but tons of international. So a ton of folks from Italy, from Japan, South Korea, Mexico, Latin America, really folks you see from everywhere. And so there's a ton of creativity flowing around because of course I have my ways of doing things and the ways that I'm used to here locally, and you just see so many different things and so many new ideas. So it's really a very interesting challenge to get to go against, on a world stage. And it's really a super creatively stimulating event.
And when the judgment was made, there was one phone call made to two people who couldn't be prouder, regardless of the ranking.
Oh, the phone call was almost immediately. It's that's really what it's about. It's not about me. It's not about anything like that. It's about the store, and it's about the folks who work here. We have around 24 people on staff right now, and that's 24 families and 24 people that they want to be proud of what they do. So who I was really representing was not myself. It's my staff here who comes in and works hard 40 hours a week, and it's the folks who come down and hang out with us, every day. And that's what it really means to me, is to be part of a community and be part of something that just sheds a little light here on the valley.
Go ahead.
Oh.
I was going to say, what I like about that family is they're all culinarily trained.
Oh,
Like,
yes.
The ice cream guy went to school to know ice cream.
Right.
Frankie, the gentleman that owns Frankie's, he went to New York, Ben, to learn about pizza and learned about culinary things. And then Chef Erik is culinary trained too.
And do you want to know what their mom did?
What?
She was a news producer.
What? Is that true?
Yes.
Huh.
For a station called 21 WFMJ. Before you and before me.
Well, I wish I would have known that.
I know. So you talk about like worlds colliding.
Wow.
That is. Get any weirder?
That's crazy.
All right. Well, I mean, like the best ways possible.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of people that we know, and then you surprised me with this.
Right.
Did.
Great woodworker. I thought it'd be a good Mother's Day or Father's Day gift. So you're really going to like Jarrett. And we know his mom, Nancy. From Night Craftworks. And I think you're going to enjoy this story too.
This is incredible.
Walnut, cherry, maple, white oak. I have messed around with sycamore. Occasionally some exotic woods like tamarind, but for the most part, locally sourced hardwoods.
Jarrett Knight has a knack for woodworking and the types of wood that work the best. His carpenter training gave him the know-how, and a special project changed his outlook.
And I wanted to make my fiance a desk for Christmas, just because she's a photographer. She wanted an editing station, so I'm like, why not? So I found a slab of, I think it was corkscrew willow on Facebook, and decided just to spend way too much money into making it. Figured out I really liked doing it, and made a desk for it. Figured out I liked it, and I kind of wanted to just keep going with it.
Since then, Jarrett has made coffee tables, end tables, other furnishings, and the most popular item lately, cutting and serving boards.
So I have had a couple of people actually reorder 3, 4, 5 boards, and they've had great turnouts, whether it was birthday gift, Christmas gift, etc., sort of gift, and they love them for the most part. I just shipped one out the other day.
Certainly some beautiful work. One thing you'll notice that kind of makes Night Craftworks unique is the different color epoxies that he's able to add to the boards. It's a delicate process, creating the solution and using this machine that looks like a crock pot to get all the gas bubbles out. So when he pours it, it creates a perfectly smooth finish.
I wouldn't say it's a signature because I could definitely do stuff without epoxy, but it's a nice accent, so to speak. So like if you do like a dark walnut, a nice black epoxy gives it just that little accent to it. And I just feel like it gives it a nice touch.
And like other talented artists, Jarrett can take a look at a raw piece of wood and envision the piece it's going to be.
Like if I see a nice cookie slice of a tree, I could see a nice end table or some matching end tables, or it's one of those things where it kind of came with the carpentry, where you'll see a piece and you could think, what can be done with it? How creative can you get with it? You know what I mean? So just the creative freedom, honestly, just the fact that I could look at a slab, I could either rotate it, flip it, look at it a different way, make whatever design I want from it. and just putter around, see what I like, see what looks good. And because like those cutting boards, I'll take a template and I'll just orient it on the piece of wood just to see what looks good, mark it off, and then cut it to that size.
It all goes back to that special desk that wowed his fiancee.
Stunned because I kept it a secret for her for like, I think it was 3.5 months, I want to say. But she loved it.
And now into a business that's building a big following.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, after the first couple of boards and I realized like I could get it to a consistency and I'm starting to figure out like the method, then I realized like, all right, this is a niche market. This is something that people love because it's not expensive enough that you got to really take an arm and a leg for it, but it's enough to where it's a heartfelt, custom-made gift. My biggest goal is I just want to push this locally just to make sure I get enough exposure. I'd love to be able to do this as my full-time job. Obviously, it's a very saturated market, so I got to get to the point of standing out really, really strong. But I'd love to be able to do this as my own full-time job. Just the fact that it's relaxing, I have my own creative freedom, and I can do what I want, essentially.
Get your bids in now. Like if you have a fundraiser and you want to give one of those away, get a hold of him.
That is such a good idea.
He's doing a heck of a job.
Very cool stuff. All right, take a time out. We're going to eat some pasta, some chicken, some burgers.
Okay. Yeah, we'll be back.
We have such a legacy, created such a legacy here in the Valley, and we're very well respected by numerous manufacturers in the industry. We're a leader in our industry, and I want to continue that. We want to continue that, and we want to take it to the next level. Whatever that level may be, we're ready for it.
So let yourself go to Ducat. Let yourself go to Ducat.
Valley News and Valley People. Restaurants, concerts, things to see. Family fun, computer classes, outdoor hikes, and history. Winter sports or hibernation. Shoot some hoops or fry some bacon. It's all online, just look and see. Metro Monthly, just for me.
Whether it's dinner out with friends and family or your next catered event, Rachel's Restaurant in Austintown always makes it special and delicious. Award-winning cuisine, relaxing atmosphere, and so much more. Rachel's Restaurant, Austintown.
Safety is our top priority at Buena's Automotive Center when we're taking care of your vehicle. We invest in the latest equipment to service the newest makes and models and keep our team's education up to date on the latest skills and techniques. At Buena's, we provide a free digital vehicle safety inspection so you can actually see what we see and understand our recommendations. Buena's Automotive Center on Robbins Avenue in Niles. Call 330-652-AUTO today and get your car back on the road safe and sound.
Pets are part of the family, and at RC Compounding, their pharmacists make your pet a priority.
Pain management is a big one with animals, especially if they have cancer or like end of life. They're unable to take tablets or capsules, and we're able to customize it into a solution that an owner could administer pretty easily without, difficulty of having them swallow a tablet or capsule if they're not able to.
RC Compounding, we care about your health.
Well, back here on Valley Spotlight, how's your twirl coming?
Twirl my life.
It's going to end up being a really big bite that we're going to all watch on television.
No, I'm not going to do that tonight. I'm really not. My mom's watching. I am dressed up. I don't want to get the oil all over myself.
All right.
I'm going to be a lady about it.
I'm sad you took the mussels away, but that's okay.
Well, we can bring them back in a little while. They're really lovely too. All right. Is this a more appropriate bite? No, yours is way better than mine. All right. Hey, have you seen the potholes out there lately?
You can't go somewhere around here without going in a pothole.
No, you can't. So take a look at this.
Spring
isn't just about warmer weather, it's also about the unofficial return of something drivers everywhere dread.
This time of year, mostly, yes.
Pothole season.
Bob and weave. That's all I can say. Move around. A lot of potholes, a lot of tires, a lot of blown out control arms, ball joints.
And if you've driven anywhere lately, you know they're not potholes anymore. They're more like road craters. And when you know you hit one, you just know it, right?
Well, you probably won't be able to steer no more.
Okay.
And I'm not scaring you, but you're also, you're gonna feel maybe a flat tire. You're just gonna feel a lot of wobbling. So do not drive it, get it towed.
And just to clarify, Paul emphasized that does not mean find the nearest exit. Actual footage of Paul clarifying right there. On Mahoning Avenue in Austintown, the Midas guys will give it to you straight, even if you're misaligned. They find a detour around the mystery and they show you what's really going on.
There's ways around that. And like with us and a lot of other shops, we have a digital vehicle inspection. We're gonna send you pictures, videos, and everything of what's going on with your car. But if you're with us, we're also gonna bring you out, we're gonna show you what's going on with your car. So it's not just a hearsay, we're gonna show you what's going on with your car. Then it's up to you if you wanna repair or go with somebody else, that's up to you.
Cold temperatures, melting snow, and water seeping into those cracks create the perfect storm for damaged roads. And unfortunately, damaged roads often mean damaged cars. In fact, potholes cost U.S. drivers billions each year in repairs, everything from blown tires to suspension damage.
And you hit a bad pothole, you're gonna spend money.
Experts say the most common casualty, your tires. But it doesn't stop there. Hitting a pothole can also bend rims, throw off alignment, and even damage suspension. And sometimes the damage isn't obvious right away. So if you find yourself drifting, maybe pull over and have them take a look.
Come right in. We take walk-ins all day long.
Oh.
Absolutely.
And do you love pothole season or do you hate pothole season?
For the people, I hate it. For us, it does business for us, but I don't want your business for the wrong reason.
Experts say if you hit a pothole, look for steering pulling to one side, vibrations while driving, low tire pressure, and those new clunking noises. For now, consider this your official warning, slow down, and maybe start budgeting for pothole season just in case.
All good advice.
Right.
And honest
Absolutely.
to goodness, that was me. I'm like, so you mean like the first rest stop, right? He's like, no, I mean the side of the road. Do not drive on the car, Lauren, when
Right.
it like.
Good advice. Sound advice.
Thank you guys. That was really fun to be able to interview them as if we were working on cars.
I'm going to cut into this burger. But first, I met a great guy with a new company, not new, but maybe new to you, called Komara Outdoors.
And
They're not
cut into this chicken sandwich.
They're not related to the jewelry people, but they certainly do have quite a following.
This was a big day for you.
Well, there's a first for me. Sitting with Ed Komara from Komara Outdoors, and you're holding.
So this is Mac, kind of like mac and cheese. He's the albino Burmese python.
He's kind of the star of the show when you do your show,
He's
right?
usually always the all-star no matter where I go, and even everyone always wants him, so he's in high demand usually.
And then I'm holding.
So that's Penny the Aldabra tortoise. So I got Pete's at home. He's a little bit bigger, so she's a little bit more handheld, but she's an Aldabra tortoise. She'll be the second largest species in the world. So she's only about 3 years old, so she'll get over 500 pounds one day.
500 pounds. And you have another one.
Yes.
Named Pete.
Yep. Kind of like the West Shoe Penguin mascots.
Oh, all right. Well, and what other animals do you have?
So from snapping turtles to reticulated pythons, I got anacondas, I got monitor lizards, I got bearded dragons, lots of turtles. I'm a turtle nerd at heart. But I got pretty much, I would say I got pretty much something for everybody.
Yeah.
Because no matter whether you're 5 or 95, that's why I kind of brought Mac, who's usually the all-star. And sometimes people's feeds is more like the tortoise, right? So I got a little bit something for every occasion or any event.
When you bring this stuff to different events and things,
Do they often pee on the people like she's doing to me right now?
Oh, not technically, no.
Oh, okay.
So that's actually usually at first. So
yeah, well, that's about the third release she's had, and it's super cold. You'd think it'd be a little warmer, but it's not.
Is that why your turn's so red?
Yeah, that's
okay.
All right. So to explain what you do and how long you've been doing it.
I will say that's when you deal with animals and
You never
always
know.
expect the unexpected.
I don't even flinch.
I'm usually pretty comfortable with being uncomfortable. But what was the question?
You had this business for how long?
Yeah, so I just went full time this past August, so this is my 5th year. So.
And what made you start doing it in the first place?
So really, what made me started doing it right after COVID. I wasn't in my career field, so I got my degree in wildlife management. I've worked at zoos and sanctuaries, and kind of when I came back home to Youngstown, you know, knowing a lot of people in education, they were trying to find a new norm, and no one knew what that looked like, right? But it sure wasn't shipping kids off on a school bus anywhere, right? So I came in and did a program, and next thing you know, they said, you know, these kids have never experienced anything like this. And when I see a need, if I can fill it, I think I took it personal, because this is my town. I really love my town. And I was like, you know what? I've dedicated my life to this with my degree in wildlife management, working at zoos, where it's like, you know what? If I can give back and reinvest in my town, something that we don't have here, then I kind of went all in.
And so how many events do you think you do in a month or a year?
I mean, just last year alone, and now granted, I was still working full time a little bit in the reptile industry a little bit. I did almost about 100. I did 90 to 100.
Wow.
And that wasn't even full time.
And the response you get, kids and adults, I would think it's kind of the same way, right?
Oh yeah.
Are the kids more aggressive, or like, are they more excited about it than some of the adults?
Honestly, it's kind of like, you know, here's the thing, like when I do a program, the kids are always guaranteed, like, yeah, they're gonna get excited. But with my programs, people think that when I come in to do a program for these kids, they think it's just for the kids, like it's a kid thing. No, like I go in purposely, intentionally, to make sure that all the adults and the whole audience is engaged, to where it's like these adults haven't even experienced anything, and they've lived 3, 4, 5 times these kids' lives, right?
That's
So
right.
I really am big on giving moments and perspective to where it's like these animals, there's a narrative that needs to be shifted and changed, to where these are just wild animals and that they're this and that. Yeah, they can pee on you sometimes, but at the end of the day, these animals have a personality, they have character, and they just need to be invested in just like any dog or cat would.
And these are the animals you'll see at the zoo that you can't see up close, right?
Yeah, and that's another thing when I'm big on when I do my programs, working in the reptile industry a lot of my life, I like to bring zoo grade animals to where you might not see that tortoise as anything special, but that's an animal that you won't even see going to a zoo.
Right.
You know, and just like with Mac, he was a surrender, he was from a rescue scenario, to where also with my programs, I don't just tell you, hey, look, this is Mac, he's an albino Burmese python, kind of go down the fact checklist, where it's like, that doesn't mean anything to a lot of people. So what does mean something to somebody is telling people their story.
Right.
So I say, no, this is Mac, like mac and cheese. He gets his name because he was a rescue, and also that his growth got stunted, so he's like a limp noodle, and kind of tell that story, right?
Yeah.
To where it's like, okay, you know what? Snakes aren't my thing, but I can still appreciate them for what they are.
Last question, are there any others out there, like bucket list animals you still want to get?
Oh gosh. I've hit some keystone animals. There's still some down the pipeline this year. I kind of have, that's my biggest problem, is I'm always going bigger, going home. There's always something new and different, and especially things that you're not going to see at a zoo. So my main goal this year is having building out my own facility to where I can actually host tours and have a research center to where kids can kind of get volunteer hours as well.
All right, we're going to put the info on the bottom of the screen, but what's a great way to get a hold of you guys and book?
Yeah, honestly, I'm all over social media, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. I put a lot of content out there. My website's still kind of being updated, but you can look me up at Komara Outdoors on just about anything.
Ed, thank you.
Yeah.
And thank you, Mac, and thank you,
Definitely got to
Penny.
make sure you thank her 3 times.
I know, 3 times in a row. I scared the pee out of her. I don't blame Penny. You know, you're excited about something and you leak a little bit. That's kind of what happened.
It was a lot.
Probably thought a joke was funny. Couldn't stop herself.
Only you, Michael.
I held it together very well. Like, that's how professional I am.
And the picture of you and your mom and
yeah.
Mario.
Hold the snake.
I just love it. Can we show it? Are we able to show it? Ron's like a magician.
He's got it.
I know he's got it. Oh.
All right, break time.
We're going to take a break and then another first on our show.
Oh, good. Yeah, you're going to meet someone new.
Yes.
For nearly 80 years, Cafe 422 has been the Valley's premier destination for steaks, seafood, and fine Italian cuisine. Join us at Cafe 422 for lunch, dinner, and all of your special occasions. Cafe 422 in Warren and Boardman.
Angels for Animals gigantic garage sale is April 17th through the 19th at the fairgrounds. Incredible buys, great food, and raffles. For more information, to donate items or to volunteer, scan the QR code or visit angelsforanimals.org.
Hey, what are you doing here? Chicken parm tonight. Valley's favorite.
Hey, mine's authentic. Mine's cheesier. Mine's famous. Yeah.
We're chicken parm and so much more.
Window cleaning is not hard, but it can wear on you.
You can see what Bob Wojciechowski means when you see his company, Sharon Window Cleaning, in action.
Day after day, house after house, business after business. It's people think it's easy, but it is easy, but it's not easy.
A little bit of monotony, a lot of hard work. No matter what the weather is or how high up they go, the job still needs to get done. It's all year though, right?
All year round.
So
hot, cold.
Doesn't matter what it is.
Doesn't matter what it is.
You guys are going to do it.
We do it.
And Sharon Window Cleaning has been doing it for over a century. Bob's wife, Erin, whose great-grandfather started the business, decided to take over from her grandmother just to keep it going.
We just didn't want to, 90-year-old business, that's hard to come by. So we didn't want to let it go under. And being the entrepreneur that I am and she is, we decided to take it on.
So they have. Bob and his crew do it all, whether it's an office.
Do a lot of businesses. Some businesses we do twice a month, once a month, once a week.
Or even a local residence. In fact, no job is too small.
I'll have older people call me, can you come do my one window? A lot of people won't go do one window. I'll go do one window.
Well, that's nice.
Just to make them happy.
And they have. They keep it simple. And here's the recipe as to why they're more efficient cleaning windows than we are.
It's not that we're better, we're more qualified maybe.
Okay.
But as far as the ingredients, simple, Dawn liquid. There is a little something else that we'll put in to help the squeegee rubber glide on the window. In the summertime, it doesn't let the water evaporate as fast. You got to have a squeegee. I mean, that's the way to do it. I mean, some people are pretty good with a rag and they'll get it to come out decent. Don't do them in the sun if you don't have to, because the sun makes it harder to do. But other than that, it's the squeegee, a mop to put the soap on, and a little know-how.
Bob says don't wash windows with newspapers. If you don't have a squeegee, a soft surgical rag will do the trick. And here's a surprise. They don't use typical glass cleaner like we do.
We don't use Windex. It's just something we don't use. Most window cleaners across the country will use Dawn or Joy, something like that. We do put windshield fluid in it in the wintertime if we need to. If it gets too cold, obviously, you're not going to clean windows.
But on this day, they did, believe it or not. To get the technique, called fanning with the squeegee, it takes months to learn.
You got to fan windows later down the road so you can go faster. Window cleaning, you got to be fast. If you're not fast, you don't make any money.
Bob's son Dylan is a 5th-generation window washer, and he showed me how. So let's watch the pros first.
So, take our mop out.
Yeah.
Wet the whole window.
The whole thing.
This whole top.
Doesn't matter which way you go, as long as it's wet, right?
Make sure it all gets wet.
Uh-huh. So you do the top, kind of work your way down?
Right. Other side. And the top half's done.
And now it's my turn to finish it off. Now what? Squeegee time?
Squeegee time.
So like you came up and around?
From the side, came up, yep.
Like that,
and straight across. Kind of Kind of curve it down.
Yeah. And then swoop back?
Yep.
Just always keep the squeegee on the glass?
Yep.
Is this pretty good?
It's not bad.
Isn't that great? And then down like that.
There we go.
How do you feel about that?
Nope.
Except for that part right there. I missed something, didn't I? You're gonna have to do the whole thing over.
So before we get to Kelly Warren and our new special guest, Michael, I want to take a minute because this is our Metro monthly calendar.
Okay.
So
you want to go first or second?
I want to go second.
All right, then I'll go first. Hey, Bike Share Youngstown, Yogo Bike Share, and Cruise the Creek e-bikes will host a 2 bike lane cleanup from 9 a.m. to noon on Sunday the 19th. Cleanups are set for Mahoning Avenue near Midlothian and Glenwood Avenue.
Family Days comes to the Butler on Sunday on April 19th from 1:30 to 3 p.m. The event features family tours, a scavenger hunt, and art making. Call Joyce at 330-743-1107, extension 1103 for information.
Here's a fun one. Ohio Vintage Fest returns to the Metroplex Expo Center Saturday, the 25th from noon to 5. The event features over 45 vendors. They have vintage clothing and other nifty items.
An Idora Park walkthrough is set for Sunday, April 26th at 2:30 p.m. The guided walk marks the 42nd anniversary of the Idora Park fire. And that, of course, is the East Park Drive lot across from Lanterman's Mill. Wear sturdy shoes and dress for the weather.
I have some sturdy shoes.
You do?
Yeah.
You're a smart guy.
Mahoning Valley Civic Forum. Welcome to the new City Club Stambaugh Auditorium, Wednesday, May the 6th at 6 o'clock. See StambaugHauditorium.com for information.
Okay, we ready for some realty?
Yes, I am.
Uh-huh.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
We're gonna go down, then we're gonna bring them in.
Okay, let's go down.
Well, hello, Kelly of Kelly Warren and Associates.
Hello.
We never do this when we come into a house.
Yes, we check out downstairs first. We, starting bottom, work our way up today.
It's such a cute place from the outside that I would, it's hard to decide where you're going to go, but my gosh, this space down here is remarkable.
Yes.
I really like it. Take me through why people like a split level.
So we're in a bi-level house.
Bi-level.
So you've got two levels. Yep. When you enter the house, you're kind of on a middle landing.
Okay.
You can go up or down.
Right.
And we got to come down today. So
it's very welcoming.
Upstairs, you have all of your living space, living room, kitchen, bedrooms, bathrooms, the whole like a raised ranch. And downstairs, you have this bonus space, which is like bright and airy and open because it's not really fully below ground. So it's not basement.
All that light?
Yes.
Natural light. We didn't even bring in the lighting for today.
Yes, perfect. So additional lower level living space, which is what we love about a bi-level.
They have done a very nice job with some of the finishes down here, being somebody who, it's a little bit, like I said, it's still a lower level. If something happens down here, like if you had dogs or kids or paint or whatever, you can wipe this up real nice.
Easy enough, yep. And this is like a nice flex space. So whatever your family needs, if you need a playroom, if you need a family room, if you need an office, if you need a home gym or an additional fourth bedroom or something, this lower level provides any of those needs.
And here are some barn doors that I think really do a nice job of closing off that bathroom space. And who doesn't need the bathroom in the basement?
Right, yeah. But regardless of what you were doing down here, you want the bathroom.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, give people the address. It's an easy one. Even I know it. Do you want to test me?
Okay, go ahead.
Because we're going to have somebody that's going to come on to our show. Yes. We're going to do a little test with him.
Okay.
But sometimes
you shouldn't tell him.
Well, we shouldn't tell him, but we're going to tell him now because it's 165 Winter Lane. Let's see if he remembers it in the next episode.
Yes, 165 Winter Lane in Cortland, and you can find it online at kellysolda.com.
Or
you can call or text us at 330-717-2689.
I hope Thomas from the Sunrise Inn and Sunrise Insurance and Sunrise Entertainment and River Rock at the Amp and everything else.
And Valley Spotlight.
And now Valley Spotlight. Thomas Thomas, welcome.
Thank you guys
We're
for
gonna
having
put
me.
you awkwardly right in the middle.
Okay, I love it.
Okay.
I was outside jumping on the trampoline first.
Okay.
I don't think there is one, so don't quote me on that. But
it's a huge backyard,
yes,
though.
love it. Yes.
It's a really big backyard, and we're really big fans of both of yours. So thank you guys for being a part of our show. Kelly, sometimes Michael can't come and hang out with us as often as we would like him to. And you're not too bad at what you do. You know a lot of stuff.
They called the rookie out there. Minor leagues, but
We'll get you trained.
All right. You're going to take him upstairs and show him around?
Of course, yeah. We'll do another episode.
There's a lot of websites. There's a lot of phone numbers. So
I've heard.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. Good luck, Thomas. Thank you. Thank you, Cal.
Oh, nice.
And somehow we got lucky. I don't even know how we could have planned this any better, but they are legitimately family. And
Cousins,
now
yes. I'm finding out today.
Absolutely. That's right. It's cousins.
Yeah. And Thomas is going to help us out?
Yes, and now you are part of the Valley Spotlight family. And
They signed me up. Welcome to the big leagues.
Well, the price is right.
And honestly, the relationship is the right one. We do a lot of the same things and run in a lot of the same circles, and Michael and I are very busy these days. So we've never done this before.
Welcome to help.
Yeah.
Nice to have you. Congratulations.
You'll see on the next show.
And you have big things going on Sundays that we want to make sure people know that even though the dining room's not open.
We'll be open on Sundays from 11 to 6, drive-through only. If I'm here, the front door's open, you want to come in, have a little how do you do, whatever it may be, and pick up your...
that is so Youngstown, isn't it? You can just come in and sit at the bar all day.
You can have the how do you do, watch some golf or baseball or something like that, and pick up your chicken. We'll have chicken, nuggets, tenders, and all your big parties needs, trays and all that good stuff. Just give us a 24-hour notice, and anything you need as far as that goes, we'll prepare for you, and you can pick it up on Sundays.
Outstanding.
Gosh, the pastas, I really didn't think about pizza here, and I now will.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey, we love to share it.
That's right. So the one day the cook had off, you thought, well, the heck with it. You'll have to come in on Sunday too.
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
That's right. We'll give them Monday off.
That's that work ethic
we'll give them Monday off.
We want to say a big thank you to Steel Light International for making it possible for us to visit all of these area restaurants, and to you guys at the Sunrise Inn for helping us spread the word about things that are awesome in our area.
No doubt.
Michael,
yes.
Special thank you to Avalon.
Oh, yeah.
You know what?
Thanks.
I know.
For letting me come out during my work day and take these segments.
We appreciate it.
It's a big deal. All right, we're going to leave you.
There's a lot of people I could thank, but anyway.
Okay. Well, we're out of time.
I know.
Okay. Anyway.
Lovely.
We have to go. The
Retromercial is a good one.
Yeah. When I was a little kid, I know how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Park.
And?
312.
Totally
It's a
worth
slow
all
day
that
at the case
time.
house. It was a slow day. Slow day. Yeah. All right.
Nice.
Have a good
Thank
Sunday.
you, guys. Thank you.
Mr. Cow.
Yes?
How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
I don't know. I always end up biting. Ask Mr. Fox, for he's much cleverer than I.
Mr. Fox, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
Why don't you ask Mr. Turtle, for he's been around a lot longer than I. Me? I bite.
Mr. Turtle, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
I never made it without biting. Ask Mr. Owl, for he is the wisest of us all.
Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
A good question. Let's find out. 1, 2, 3.
If there's anything I can't stand, it's a smart owl.
How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? The world may never know.
WKBN TV 27 Youngstown.
If you like this video, subscribe to Valley Spotlight on YouTube and be sure to click on the notifications bell so you know when we've got some new stuff. You also can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to us on Vimeo or our Roku channel.